Уважаема доктор Аврамова, уважаеми доцент доктор Атанасов, уважаеми гости от Испания, уважаема госпожо Желязкова, заместник-министър на образованието и науката, уважаема госпожо Коцева, генерален директор на Eurostat. Добре дошли в Националната библиотека на България, която носи името на светите братя Кирил и Методий. Позволете ми да ви приветствам от името на библиотеката, макар че това ще стори и нашия заместник-директор, доктор Ваня Аврамова, и на английски. Dear members of the teams that have come to Bulgaria for this special event for you, welcome to the National Library of Bulgaria. И сега ми позволете да дам думата за приветствие на доктор Ваня Аврамова, заместник-директор на Националната библиотека.
Уважаеми доцент Атанасов, доцент Коцева, професор Терзиева, госпожо Díaz. За мен е чест и удоволствие да ви приветствам с добре дошли на откриването на изложбата «Българските земи и модерната статистика». Няма никакво съмнение, че днес живеем във време, в което ежедневно говорим за данни, анализи, прогнози и показатели. Следим статистика за населението, икономиката, образованието, здравеопазването и десетки други сфери от обществения живот. Историята на статистиката е много повече от история на цифрите. Тя е история на желанието на държавите и обществата да опознаят самите себе си. За всяка таблица, регистър или статистически отчет стоят хора, институции, усилия, насочени към това сложната действителност да бъде направена по-разбираема и по-подредена. Настоящата изложба ни отвежда именно към началото на този процес в българските земи. Тя показва как от 30-те години на 19 век започва постепенното натрупване на знания за населението, стопанството, земята, търговията, образованието и обществените процеси. Особено важно е да подчертаем, че статистиката не възниква изведнъж след освобождението. Нейните корени могат да бъдат открити значително по-рано в регистрите, описите и различните форми на административна документация, които постепенно създават основата за по-систематично наблюдение на обществото. Наред с това, българските възрожденци проявяват жив интерес към статистическите сведения за света и собствените си земи, осъзнавайки, че знанието за населението, производството, търговията и образованието е важно условие за обществения напредък. Само секунда, че съм си закопчала флоут. След освобождението този процес получава нова посока и нов мащаб. Изграждането на българската държава е съпроводено от изграждането на модерни институции, каквато е нашата и Националния статистически институт, а сред тях важно място заема, разбира се, статистическата служба. От тогава до днес статистиката остава един от най-надежните инструменти за разбиране на обществените процеси и за вземане на информирани решения. Изложбата, която откриваме днес, е и свидетелство за значението на документалното наследство, съхранявано в Националната библиотека Свети Кирил и Методий и в Националния статистически институт. Документи, които ни позволяват да проследим как се е формирало знанието за обществото и как постепенно са били поставени основите на съвременната статистическа култура в България. Няма да говоря за изложбата, защото думата ще бъде предоставена на доктор Граматикова, изключителен специалист, който е от Националната библиотека, като пожелавам успех на изложбата и много нови придобити знания на базата на представените документи. Благодаря ви.
Благодарим ви, доктор Аврамова. А сега бих искала да предоставя думата на председателя на Националния статистически институт на България, доцент доктор Атанас Атанасов. Заповядайте.
Уважаема доктор Аврамова, уважаема доцент Коцева, уважаема госпожо Елена Манзанера Díaz, професор Терзиева-Желязкова, уважаеми колеги и приятели. Днес е празник на българската статистика, в който отбелязваме 146 години от нейното създаване. По този повод за мен е чест и привилегия да участвам в откриването на изложбата "Българските земи и модерната статистика", която се организира съвместно от Националния статистически институт и Националната библиотека Свети Кирил и Методий. С тази изложба ние показваме не само историческото развитие на българската статистика, но и нейните дълбоки корени. Представените документи свидетелстват за появата на статистическа дейност по нашите земи още през 19 век и за стремежа към събиране, систематизиране и анализиране на информация, която е основата на всяко съвременно общество. Това наследство е повод за гордост и доказателство за приемственост между първите статистически практики и съвременната статистика. Използвам случая да изкажа нашата благодарност към екипа на Националната библиотека, с който осъществихме това важно събитие. В експозицията са представени ценни документи, артефакти и издания, съхранявани във фондовете и колекциите на Националния статистически институт и Националната библиотека. Тук са представени едни от най-ранните регистри за населението и имотите още от 30-те години на 19 век. Статистически годишници на Дунавския вилет, както и документи, съдържащи сведения за земеделието, животновъдството, търговията и занаятията още преди освобождението на България. Посетителите ще имат възможност да се запознаят и с Указ 296 от 25 юни 1880 година, с който княз Александър I Батенберг поставя началото на официалната статистическа институция в България. От тогава до сега българската статистика непрекъснато се развива и усъвършенства, като същевременно съхранява своя дух и традиции, изграждани повече от век и половина. Днес с основание можем да се похвалим с модерни системи и дигитални инструменти, които позволяват на статистиката да изпълнява своята мисия по един модерен начин и в съответствие със съвременните обществени потребности, да предоставя безпристрастна, обективна, навременна и надеждна информация за социално-икономическото развитие на страната. Същевременно с това се гордеем с нашето минало на една от най-старите статистически институции в Европа и по света. Ще се радвам чрез тази изложба да продължаваме да повишаваме интереса на потребителите към статистиката. Пожелавам на изложбата успех и многобройни посетители, а на всички вас интересно и вдъхновяващо пътуване през историята на българската статистика. Използвам случая да ви поканя да останете и за следващото събитие от днешната програма – официалната церемония по награждаването на победителите в Европейската олимпиада по статистика, на която България има честта за първи път да бъде домакин. Благодаря ви и честит празник на всички статистици!
Благодарим ви, доцент Атанасов, разбира се и на вас честит празник. За мен сега е удоволствие да поканя заместник министъра на образованието и науката за приветствие. Благодарим ви, госпожо министър, заповядайте.
Уважаеми доцент Атанасов, уважаема доктор Аврамова, уважаема доцент Коцева, уважаема госпожо Елена Díaz, дами и господа, скъпи участници в днешното събитие. За мен е удоволствие да бъда сред вас по повод откриването на изложбата "Българските земи и модерната статистика" и отбелязването на 146 години от началото на българската официална статистика. Статистиката е много повече от числа и таблици. Тя е инструмент, чрез който разбираме по-добре обществото, проследяваме развитието му и вземаме по-информирани решения за бъдещето. Това е особено важно за решенията в областта на образованието, резултатът от които често се вижда след години, а понякога и след десетилетия. Това, което чухме до момента, беше достатъчно изчерпателно по повод статистиката и значението на Националния статистически институт за нашето общество. Но сега искам да се обърна към младите хора в тази зала, към нашите ученици, участници в тази олимпиада. Скъпи деца, стара максима е от древността, че истината е в числата. Поздравявам всички участници в тези олимпиади с техния познавателен интерес, с волята да учат и да работят в областта на точните науки, да ги наречем. Защото без това знание, без вашата упоритост, няма да продължим напред. Поздравявам нашите домакини. Днес сме в един храм. Храм, в който съм пристъпила, когато започнах да работя по докторската си дисертация. Наскоро имаше форум в рамките на един от многото проекти в сферата на науката и висшето образование на тема "Отворена наука". Срещнахме се с млади учени и изследователи в обновените сгради и изследователски лаборатории на Софийския университет. И тогава, по повод отворената наука, се върнах към миговете от моя живот, в които съм влязла тук и им го припомних, в читалнята за докторанти, в период, в който се преписваше, защото тогава имахме право на 15 страници на ксерокс. Това не означава, че не сме постигнали своите резултати, но днес вие, млади хора, съзнанията, които имате, ще работите в този нов свят, в който в момента имате достъп до цялото знание на света. Радвам се, че вие упорито се опитвате да го получите в максимална степен за годините, за възрастта, на която сте. Работете, учете, състезавайте се, радвайте се на собствените си успехи и на успехите на другите. Бъдете следовници на вашите учители и така ще можем да постигнем успеха и просперитета на всички институции, и на Статистическия институт, на Националната библиотека, на училищата, на университетите и на обществото като цяло. Успех на всички!
Благодарим ви, госпожо заместник-министър, и благодарим също за топлите думи към нашия статистически институт, към Националната библиотека. Вие имате сериозни спомени от тук, но кой ли няма, докато ние от тук откриваме изложба, читателите влизат, излизат, те вършат своята работа и забележете, предимно млади хора. Така че добре дошли на всички още веднъж. И сега е време да ви разкажем малко повече за тази изложба, която направихме съвместно с Националния статистически институт на България. Благодарим ви за това сътрудничество. Бих искала сега да поканя доктор Невена Граматикова. Тя е архивист в отдел Ориенталски сбирки в Националната библиотека Свети Кирил и Методий. Доктор Граматикова, заповядайте.
Първо да приветствам всички с добре дошли. Много се радвам, че осъществихме тази инициатива. Ние бяхме коментирали с доцент Християн Атанасов, ръководител на отдел Ориенталски сбирки, и Националния статистически и доцент Атанасов, председател на Националния статистически институт. Изложбата "Българските земи и модерната статистика" е изготвена като съвместен продукт на отдел Ориенталски сбирки на Националната библиотека и Националния статистически институт. Тя включва общо 13 табла, като отделът е работил при подготовката на първите 8 табла, а останалите от 9 до 13 са дело на Националния статистически институт. Първото табло е заглавно и включва снимката на Михаил Сарафов, който е първият началник на статистическото отделение, създадено след освобождението, и изображения от различни печатни издания от преди и след освобождението на България, като илюстративни материали. Второто табло е въвеждащо и в него накратко и обобщено се представя значението на статистиката в развитието на обществото. Подчертава се ценността на събирането на статистическа информация, цитирайки мисълта на Уилям Едуардс Деминг: без данни вие сте просто поредният човек с мнение. В таблото се посочва, че статистически данни за българските земи започват да се събират и публикуват още преди освобождението, а след него на 25 юни 1880 година с княжески указ е образувано отделение статистическо организационно към Министерството на финансите. В следващите 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 и 8 табло са представени османо-турски документи, официална османска преса и български възрожденски издания, които съдържат разнотипна статистическа информация и материали, говорещи за значението, което османската власт и възрожденските българи отдават на статистиката. В третото табло, озаглавено инструкции и правилници за публикуването на статистически данни в османските годишници Салнамета, са включени материали от вилаетския вестник Дунав, като съобщение за регистрацията на недвижимите имоти и населението в градовете Никопол, Разград и Плевен, статистическа таблица за населението, живеещо в Дунавския вилает от 6 октомври 1874 година и правилник за устройството на дирекциите за регистрация на земите от 8 май 1866 година, както и статистическите годишници на Дунавския вилает, Салнамета за годините 1872-73 и 77-78 година. Четвъртото табло, раждането на модерната статистика, включва изображения на регистри на населението, нюфус дефтери и регистри на имотите, теметуат дефтери, които започват да се съставят от османската власт от 30-те години на 19 век. Представени са регистри на населението от Видин и от селищата във Видинска каза от годините 1840-41 година, както регистра на имотите на населението в две села в казите Самоков и Пазарджик. Петото табло представя образци от османски регистри за благоустройството, земеделското производство и животновъдството, съхранявани в сбирката на библиотеката, като дефтер за броя на дребния рогат добитък на жители от Видинско от 1873 година и регистър за данъци от различни производства от 1872 година. Шестото табло се фокусира върху представянето на данни за търговията, включвайки регистър на занаятчиите в град Троян от 1872 година, списък с таксите от продажби на животни на панаира в град Каджиоглу, Пазарджик, днес Добрич, регистър за разходите за заплати на охранителите на панаира в Узунджово. Изображение от вестник Зорница от 16 юли 1876 година пък информира читателите за населението, търговията и дълговите на европейските държави. На седмо табло интересът на българите към статистиката по света преди освобождението са представени интересни статистически статии за народонаселението в Европа и Русия от българските възрожденски издания Училище, Славянско братство, Зорница и Летострой. Последното 8 табло, подготвено от отдела Българите и събирането на статистически данни преди освобождението, съдържа портретите на трима възрожденци с заслуги за българската статистика – Тодор Икономов, Илия Блъсков и Петър Мусевич Буриков, и изображения на техни публикации във вестниците Македония и Зорница с статистическа информация за различните области. Надяваме се, че представените табла илюстрират прекрасно, че статистиката е имала важно значение в късния османски и възрожденския период в икономическото и духовно развитие на българските земи. Приятно разглеждане на изложбата.
Благодарим на доктор Невена Граматикова. Сега ви каним да разгледате тази изложба. Може би е излишно, но все пак да кажа, че върху таблата са документи, чието оригинали, разбира се, пазим в Националната библиотека Свети Кирил и Методий. И още един факт, особено за нашите гости, всъщност Българската национална библиотека притежава третия по големина османски архив в света. Първият е в Истанбул, втория в Египет и третия е при нас. По последни данни, много световни учени казват, че по значение обаче той е на второ място. Благодаря ви, заповядайте да разгледате изложбата.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to everyone joining us today for the award ceremony of the European Statistics Competition 2026. Before we start, please set your phones in silence because today's ceremony is being live streamed and also recorded. And please join me in welcoming the President of the National Statistics Institute of Bulgaria, Professor Atanas Atanasov.
Dear Dr. Avramova, dear Associate Professor Mariana Kotzeva, dear Ms. Elena Díaz, dear guests, I'm delighted to welcome you here on the day when Bulgarian statistics celebrate 156th anniversary of its establishment, and I'm happy that you are part of our ceremony. It's a privilege and honor for us that you are here today, and the National Statistical Institute of Bulgaria is hosting the award ceremony for the winners of the European Statistical Competition 2026. An event participated with the great interest by the young people of Bulgaria and all Europe who are interested in statistics and modern data analysis tools. We should note that steadily growing interest in the statistics competition itself this year marked the highest number of participants since its beginning. More than 28,000 students from 22 countries divided into 9,000 teams over 2,000 educational institutions, which demonstrate the large scale of this event. This gives me the opportunity to congratulate my colleagues from the National Statistical Institute of Spain, the founders and the visionaries behind this wonderful project, who owing to the hard work of the member states and the support of Eurostat that has been fulfilling its mission for 9 years now, to improve students' functional literacy by increasing their curiosity and interest in the field of statistics. The position results are evident, and we see them in the outstanding project submitted to the European phase of the statistics competition. Dear young friends of statistics, over the past 25 years, I have closely followed the evolution of the statistics profession, from traditional methods of data collection, processing and analysis to modern methods, which includes those based on artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, and innovative methods of information visualization. The statisticians face new challenges in their work, and this is visible also in the project of the students whose work have been highly praised, and today we can proudly award them to their best achievements. I would like to wish you for your future success. Thank you very much.
Thank you. To take us into the heart of the morning, please welcome the Director General of Eurostat, Mariana Kotzeva.
Thank you very much. I will sit as well because apparently it's more informal setting. On behalf of Eurostat and of course from me, I'm really very pleased to be here for several reasons. First of all, to thank very much to the National Library of Bulgaria. It's a very symbolic and nice place to have this ceremony because as it was explained, this is a place where the past meets the future, and this is also the purpose of the competition. I am also Bulgarian, so I also started to take notes in this library. I have been working for the National Statistical Institute of Bulgaria, and the third reason, and the most important one, is that I am professor at the university, and I know that the biggest pleasure in this life is to work with young people. So I just want to say it's a great pleasure to see some of you who participated in the Olympics competition here in this room, but also I know that we are streamlining the event, so I wanted to say a special welcome to everyone joining us online. That's why I will speak in English. In order to be understood by all people who are participating in the ceremony. I will not repeat the statistics because, of course, Professor Atanasov didn't miss the opportunity to say some statistics about statistics competition, that we have so many participants. Maybe I could add a micro data that for the first time this year we welcome Malta back to the Olympics. And this is a very warm welcome to them as well. Let me say a couple of words why we organize this competition. It is very important. First, because the statistical literacy matters. Why? Because we live in a world full of opportunities, full of information, but also full of disinformation. And therefore, the young people who are the future need to have skills to understand the data, to question their sources, and to make informed decisions. Second, we organize this competition because statistical literacy is not just an academic skill, it's a civic and life skill. It means that if you would like to succeed in life, dear young colleagues, you have to learn to ask powerful questions. What does the data actually show? Where does this number come from? Compared with what? What I am not being shown is something hidden, what I could discover in the data. Those are the questions that could help you, could help all of us to protect us from being misled, whether we are choosing what to study, assessing the public policy, or reading an AI-generated answer. Therefore, Eurostat and the National Statistical Institutes in the European Union have a public mission to provide reliable official statistics and data on Europe and the respective countries. The European Statistics Competition brings that mission into schools. By inviting students and teachers across Europe to work with our data in a creative and rigorous way, we hope to help build the next generation of data literate citizens. Finally, this competition exists because we want to hear your voice. Year after year, your videos show us how you, young people, see the world. What matters to you, what worries you, and where you see your place in Europe. We learn from you too, and this competition gives you space to develop your own critical perspectives and your own way of communicating. I just want to spend a couple of words before I go to the results, which is, of course, the most exciting part. I just wanted to say a couple of words why this European statistics competition is a great success. It's a great success because it's built on outstanding collaboration between Eurostat and the National Statistical Institute, many of which have been involved since the competition started in 2017. And in all these years, we have bilateral partnership between Eurostat and INE Spain. That's why Elena is here, because relentlessly, without losing enthusiasm, INE Spain was supporting and was organizing practically the competition. But this competition is also reinforced by strong partnerships with statistical societies, universities, ministries of education, and schools. Another distinctive feature of the competition is the team-based format. It encourages you to work with the others, a skill that matters in education, in work, and it will matter in your life. And now I have to move to the results of the current edition. In the European finals of this year's competition, teams took on the challenge on using official statistics to portray the people of their country, to describe them, to ask what someone from there is really like, and what the data should show beyond the stereotypes, because in Europe we live together and we like the jokes, that the South people speak a lot, they like the life a lot, they dance a lot, the North people are of different nature, so everybody has a label, a stereotype. Now the point was, how do you see these stereotypes and how you could describe your nation in a different way? What we could learn more about your country and about young people in your country. In total, 74 teams submitted their videos, 35 in the age group 14-16 and 39 in the age group 60-18. Once again, the students have shown not only technical and statistical skills, but also plenty of curiosity, creativity, and purpose. And now, without further ado, it is time to turn our attention to the stars of the day and to announce the finalists and winners of the European Statistical Competition, and then I will need Oscars to give to the best people in the competition. So back to you. Thank you very much.
You,
we
Mariana.
are looking forward. I don't have an envelope because everything is digital.
So for each age group, we will watch a short video that counts down the finalists, place by place. And then Mariana will announce the winner. So let's begin with the junior age group, 14 to 16.
I think we should look at the video. No envelopes in my pocket, everything is digital.
Their country faces a legal dispute with its future, and the statistics are here to present the facts. Is there hope for Bulgaria in the eyes of its young generation? Let's find out. Watch.
The trial begins. Bulgaria is accused of demographic collapse, poverty, and a future that disappears.
Your Honor, the facts are clear. Bulgaria's population is steadily decreasing.
To je najpogostejše žensko ime med gimnazijkami v Sloveniji, rojenimi med letoma 2007 in 2010.
Romanians have a high level of life satisfaction, ranking second in the EU. At the same time, the crime rate places Romania below the European average. Surprising, right? Reality really contradicts the myths about us.
This says something important. We're not defined by pessimism or aggression. We're balanced and optimistic.
The same reality is reflected in the way Romanians choose to build their future, through science.
Slovakia is a small country in the heart of Europe.
What kind of people live here?
Proud of their nation, hardworking,
hospitable, animal lovers.
This video presents the life of typical Slovak based on official statistics. Our average Slovak was born roughly 40 years ago.
In the morning, he wakes up in his own house or flat, as home ownership is common in Slovakia well.
And the winner is Mariana.
Okay, I have to stand up. Maybe I'll go there. Okay. And in the first place, the winner of the junior age group of the 2026 European Statistics Competition is 10 points, 12 points from all the jury in Europe go to the team Statran from Cyprus. The jury praised the video for its sound use of statistics to paint an authentic picture of everyday life in Cyprus. Let's take a look how Cyprus is looking like through the eyes of young people.
Cyprus, the country of relaxation and coffee, or maybe not.
Έλα, να τα πούμε σήμερα.
Ναι, τέλεια. Τι ώρα?
Γύρω στις 8.
Για καφέ.
Γιατί άλλο?
In Cyprus, coffee is rarely just coffee. Meet Maria and Andreas. Their reality is rather more complex than a postcard. Maria's world looks settled, a spacious home of her own and a car waiting. But comfort doesn't always mean well-being. Andreas is trying to keep fit. For him, exercise is a way of relaxing and improving his health. Even though life expectancy is high, it doesn't necessarily reflect a healthy lifestyle. Smoking and obesity rates remain high. Maria spends many hours at work, more than the European average. Yet, she's paid a salary that doesn't reflect her efforts. For many households, income is not enough to cover monthly expenses, while debt levels are high. So, behind the comfortable life, there's pressure and financial stress. Although the rate of tertiary education is high, this doesn't mean that individuals are truly well educated. Students have low digital skills. Moreover, their poor performance in PISA mathematics indicates a lack of critical thinking. In addition, the number of tertiary students in STEM fields is low.
Ακόμα εδώ είσαι ρε Ανδρέα.
Ακόμα.
Και εγώ εδώ, συνταξιούχος μόνο στα χαρτιά.
For some people, continuing to work after retirement is a financial necessity. By the end of the day, most people spend a large part of their time sitting, while their daily diets do not always include enough fruit and vegetables. What we see is not always the whole picture. This snapshot is only a small part of the story.
Now we go to invite to the stage to the team Statran to receive the award. Michael Angelos Antoniou, Jara Landu, Pandelis Estilas from Lanitio Gymnasium from Cyprus, together with their teacher, Georgia Stefanou.
So these are the Oscars. They are very beautiful. So now the first one, it's random, of course, like in statistics, is a random order. So the first one is Mikhail. Mikhail, it's you. Congratulations. Thank you. All the best, please. So I guess we should document it. Congratulations. Then we have Hara. Okay. All the best. Very nice. the most important, without teachers, without people with great hearts and persistence and belief in young people, these things will never happen. Congratulations, Mr. Atanas. I guess we need a picture with the whole team because it's a teamwork. So I go somewhere. It doesn't matter. They are yours. I don't mind to take any yours though. Okay, so now we go to the next one.
You may share with us some words. Please come
yes,
here.
Of course.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. We are deeply honored to receive the first prize in the European Statistics competition. This award is a recognition of our work at the European level. This is a great achievement, and we are very proud and happy to bring this award to our country this year. This project would not have been possible without the ideas, the collective effort, and the collaboration of our students' team. Let me introduce our stat runners. Michail Angelos Antoniou, Pantelis Stylas, and Haralandu. For 6 months, these students work with passion and determination. I'm very proud of them and thankful for their cooperation, dedication, and trust throughout this journey. My thanks also go to our school for its continued support and encouragement. What I'm most grateful for, though, is for what this competition offered to my students. The opportunity to discover the beauty of statistics and how data analysis and interpretation help us to understand the world around us. I believe statistics deserves more attention and a place within the subjects in secondary education. Statistics teaches young people how to think critically, analyze, and question what they see and what they are told. This belief shaped our project. Our video set out to show the real side of people's lives in Cyprus beyond the postcard image many people carry. Through storytelling and data, we aim to show that appearances can mislead and that statistics can reveal the deeper truths beneath them about our society and our everyday lives. I deeply believe in this new generation. Young people today have the ideas, the energy, and the power to build something better. And I believe in the people of Cyprus, especially the young, who can go on building a society that is more informed, thoughtful, honest, and more aware of the world as it really is. I want to congratulate every team that took part in this beautiful journey. Each team brought creativity, hard work, and real talent, and it has been a privilege to stand among you. Finally, I would like to thank the organizing committee of the European Statistics Competition for this wonderful event and for giving the opportunity to schools to participate in meaningful competitions. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, we would like to thank the coordinators of the European Statistical Competition for giving us this opportunity and allowing us to explore other dimensions of our personality. When we first started discussing the topic of the competition, the first thing that came to mind was the one that many people associate with Cyprus: the sun, the sea, relaxation, and of course coffee. As we developed our initial ideas, we created an image that captured exactly this feeling. When we looked at it, we realized that it resembled a postcard. And then a simple but important question emerged. How much can a postcard really tell us about the people of a country? To find the answer, we began examining data from Eurostat, Eurobarometer, and other official European sources. At first, we were searching for information that will help us describe the people of Cyprus. Very soon, however, we realized that this was far from straightforward. We examined many different aspects of everyday life, from work and education to health, housing, and other dimensions of Cypriot society. And as our research deepened, we increasingly realized that reality was far more complex than the image we had initially formed. This realization became the true starting point of our video. The most difficult part was not finding the data, it was deciding how to bring it to life. From the beginning, we knew that we did not want a video full of percentages, tables, and graphs. We wanted to tell a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end, one that would make the data meaningful even to someone with no background in statistics. Thank you.
That is why we created Mariana and Díaz, and why we used humor and everyday situations to make the information relatable. As we were writing the script, we constantly searched for the best way to include the data in the story. We didn't want the statistics simply to appear one after another. We wanted them to belong to the story and help it unfold. Along the way, we changed many ideas, removed some elements, added others, and experienced with different ways of presenting the information. The European phase was the one that taught us how essential teamwork truly is. We realized that collaboration and cooperation are skills we have to practice every day, and that with patience, we could create something far stronger than anything we could have created individually. For us, the greatest challenge was to find the right balance, to keep the video enjoyable and easy to follow without losing the accuracy or the essence of the data. What impressed us the most was that in almost every area we examined, there were two sides. We could find one piece of information that presented a positive image, and immediately after that, another that presented a difficulty or a contradiction.
All of this helped us understand that reality cannot be captured in a single image. It is not purely positive nor purely negative. It is far more complex. And this was perhaps the most important lesson we learned throughout this process. Statistics allowed us to look beyond first impressions and to realize that the people of a country cannot be described by a single number, a single stereotype, or a single postcard. In the end, this project taught us not only about Cyprus, but about working together, staying patient, and pushing forward even when things became difficult. It reminded us that progress is rarely simple, as it often comes with challenges, disagreements, and moments when you feel stuck. But it also leads to growth, creativity, and the satisfaction of achieving something together. And if there's one message we want to share with people our age, it is this: take part, strive, keep going, and never give up on your dreams. Every effort matters. Every attempt teaches you something. Every step brings you closer to who you want to become. So keep aiming high, because as a famous quote advocates, shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you will land among the stars. Thank you very much.
Thanks for this inspiring speech, really nice. And thanks and congratulations once again. Now it's time to turn to the senior age group, 16 to 18. So watch the reveal video.
Imagine turning 18 and finally becoming independent. Sounds simple. This is Tomasz, he's 18 years old. You'd think moving out and paying his own bills is just around the corner. Well, perhaps not. Maybe not in Slovakia anyway. The estimated average age of a Slovak that definitely moves out of their parents' house is almost 31.
Does Italy really run on pasta? Well, we do eat a lot of pasta, more than 23 kilos a year per capita. However, our typical diet has been shown to be one of the healthiest. But why? By harmonizing the density of livestock and the percentage of organic agriculture, we can determine that Italians enjoy some of the highest quality ingredients in Europe. Furthermore, we spend on average 127 minutes a day eating.
The population is rising. The birth rate is not. Cyprus is growing, just not from within. Our fertility rate has been hovering at 1.4 for decades. And the divorce rate in 1980, 41.6 per thousand marriages. Today, 347.5. We changed, more than we realized.
You'd think our biggest worry would be the divided island. 52 years of occupation. It didn't make the top 3.
Even though we are approaching the West in many aspects, our mindset often remains stuck deep in the East. Home ownership is a life goal for every Slovak. At least, that is what the data tells us, as up to 94% of Slovaks live in their own property, a stark contrast to the EU average. Slovakia's GDP has more than doubled since the dissolution of Czechoslovakia.
Okay, this is my pleasure. The first place, the winner of the senior age group of the 2026 European Statistics Competition is the team starts from Greece. Let me immediately say that what the jury decided, they praised this video because of its documentary style film, for its moving storytelling and its strong use of statistics to portray growing up in Greece. Let's take a look.
I grew up in a place where people were working day and night, 39.8 hours on average, the longest working week in Europe, and still 2 in 3 households could not make it to the end of the month.
It was really devastating to see everyone struggle and somehow still be fine.
Because Greeks are not defined by what happened to them. They are defined by what they held on to.
They held on to people. In Sweden, only 1 in 15 people meet their friends every day. In Greece, it's 1 in 3. It's hard to break a country when its people refuse to be alone.
We held on to things that last. At the peak of the crisis, youth unemployment hit 60%, the highest ever recorded in Europe. Our families kept us in school anyway. Only 3% of young Greeks leave school early, less than half the EU average of 9.4%. We didn't have jobs, so we grabbed books. We bet on ourselves.
Greeks kept hold of their work. 1 in 4 Greeks is self-employed, the highest share in the EU. The work stays in the family. And they keep their children there too. Only 1 in 10 Greek babies is born outside marriage, the lowest in the EU by a wide margin. Across the rest of Europe, that number is 4 in 10.
No longer wanted to make funds for our families, but we held on anyway, and now it's starting to pay.
Between 2010 and 2022, hundreds of thousands of Greeks left and did not come back. Then, in 2023, for the first time in 14 years, more came back than left.
Nobody said it was easy. Greeks are struggling, but when they leave, they come back. Because the numbers can show you the struggle. We are the ones who show you why it's worth coming back to.
Now, let's welcome them up. Dimitrios Zacharopoulos, Stavros Bulgaris, and Ioannis Kofinas from the 3rd Experimental Upper Secondary School of Chios, together with their teacher, Athanasios Papadimitriou.
Okay, the first one goes to Dimitrios. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This is for you. Congratulations. Let's move to the others. Stavros. Congratulations. Okay. We have now Ioannis. And the most important, for Mr. Papadimitriou, Atanasios.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now share with us some words.
Distinguished representatives of Eurostat, representatives of the National Statistical Institute, dear guests, students, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before you today with deep emotion and immense pride, not only because of this remarkable achievement itself, but also because of the journey that led to it. A team of students from the Third Experimental General Lyceum of Chios accomplished something truly extraordinary. After winning first place in the national competition organized by the Hellenic Statistical Authority, they went on to represent our country in the European competition and emerged as the top-ranked student team in all of Europe. For a public school located on the island of Chios, at the far edge of Greece, this achievement carries a special significance. It reminds us that dreams are not limited by geography, that excellence is not the privilege of major urban centers, and that when knowledge is combined with perseverance, collaboration, and faith in the potential of young people, the results can surpass even our highest expectations. Centuries ago, the Greek philosopher Protagoras said, "Human is the measure of all things." Perhaps no other phrase better captures the spirit of today's celebration, because no matter how valuable data, numbers, and statistical indicators may be, their true worth lies in their ability to help us better understand people and society, and ultimately to serve the common good. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to our and all students for their hard work, their discipline, and above all, their integrity, for the countless hours of preparation, the discussions, the revisions, the moments of uncertainty, and the determination that preceded this success. Their achievement is not the result of luck. It is the outcome of competent teamwork and persistence. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who believed in and supported this effort, to the educational community that fostered innovation and inquiry, and to all those who provide young people with the opportunities and encouragement they need to discover that they are capable of achieving. Today's distinction reminds us of something profoundly important. Greece is not only the country that gave birth to logic, democracy, mathematics, and philosophy thousands of years ago, it's also a country that continues to nurture young people with critical thinking, creativity, a genuine scientific spirit. Young people who can stand confidently alongside their peers for every corner of Europe and excel at the highest level. Dear students, today we celebrate your success, but the greatest victory is neither first place nor the award you receive. The greatest victory is to continue seeking knowledge, to remain courageous enough to try, to persevere through difficulties, and to believe that each of you has the power to make the world around you a little better. Because the true value of education lies not only in distinctions and awards, but in our ability to dream, to create, and to contribute. Last but not least, special thanks to previous teachers and to all the teachers that work hard and inspire young people. Thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. First things first, congratulations to everyone who made it this far. And I want to especially thank all the people at our school that really supported us in this journey. Now I would like to talk about the project itself. When the topic was announced, we thought we already knew what Greeks are like. But there is a big difference between an idea and actually supporting it with data. Greece often appears at the top of Eurostat charts, sometimes for the wrong reasons. And this is the image most people are familiar with. Our challenge was to go beyond that and find a balance between the difficulties and the more positive aspects that also define Greek society. Another difficulty was that not everything we wanted to explore is easy to measure. For weeks, we explored Eurostat data, trying to find statistics that would help us understand the people behind the numbers. We wanted to project something meaningful in our video. Some were easy to find, others took much longer, and many ideas we considered never made it into the final video. In the end, the challenge was not finding interesting statistics, but choosing the ones that truly fit the story we wanted to tell. Through this process, we realized that statistics are not just numbers. They are a way of understanding people and everyday life. And now, it's time to make a video a reality. And for that, here is John.
Once the research was complete, we had to transform those statistics into a story. This is also where we took our biggest risks. We actually abandoned one original concept because it did not feel as distinctive as we had hoped. Starting over was probably the most difficult decision of the project, because it meant throwing away a week of work with no guarantee that a new idea would be better. From that point on, the process became a mix of filming, editing, and constantly making small improvements. We chose simple yet clean editing techniques to bring our story to life. We filmed at school, at home, outdoors, and anywhere else we thought could help tell the story. Another important part of the project was the music. It helped set the tone of the story and bring the different scenes together into a single narrative. The final video may only be 2 minutes long, but behind those 2 minutes were hours of filming, editing, exporting, reviewing, and starting again. Looking back, however, I think the best part was not the editing itself, it was seeing the project gradually become what we had imagined.
And that brings us to the part we will probably remember the most. Not the statistics, not even the editing. What we will remember are the moments when everything could have gone differently, when we chose to start over, when we let go of an idea we had already built without knowing if the next one would work. Those moments shaped not only the project, but also the way we work together. This competition has been part of our lives for several years. During that time, we have participated to different schools, worked with different teammates, and faced different challenges. But one thing always remained the same. We genuinely enjoyed the process. Some of the best memories are not from the day the results were announced. They are from the late-night discussions, the failed ideas, the inside jokes, and the moment when everything finally came together. We would like to thank our teachers, our schools, our families, and the organizers of the competition for giving us this opportunity. Winning is something we are all very proud of. But what we value even more is the journey that brought us here. Thank you very much.
So team starts. Thank you for sharing your journey to arrive here. It's really inspiring too for other teams. And congratulations once again. Thank you. And to bring us to a close, I hand back to the Director General, Mariana Kotzeva.
You see that I left my speaking points. Do you know why? Because I was taking speaking points from the young people who are speaking with so nice, wise words, because all of you, dear kids, you have described what is statistics about and what is the beauty in working with numbers. So therefore, now, before I give the floor to my dear colleague, Elena, to close the ceremony and also to start the next competition, I just wanted to say a couple of additional thanks, because in my previous speech I didn't mention the jury. And I have a special message to convey to participants and to the teachers that it was not easy at all. So you managed to make their job very difficult, because it was difficult for the jury to choose and to find the reasons how to rank and who should be the winner. And I'm saying this because Eurostat will do everything what we could do to promote all the videos which participated in this competition, because we could learn from all these videos as it was shown from the selection which was shown today. Then I wanted to say a special words to the parents, to your friends in the schools, to those who are watching online. Be proud of your kids. They really have grown in this competition, and this is a skill which they'll keep in their life. And finally, I would like also to say a couple of words to the participants and to all your friends with whom you'll be communicating. Indeed, as you said, dear kids, this competition was very important, because first, you learn something for you. Something plus critical thinking, knowing how to read the numbers, and this will help you in your future life, whatever you do. Because whatever you do, if you are able to work with the data, you are powerful. You'll be able to know the world better, and you'll be able to do decisions. Second, what you said, you learn that we are different in Europe. But as is the slogan of the European Union, we are united in diversity. And through statistics, you could learn more about the others. You could find more friends across Europe. And this is what is statistics about. You have diversity, you have many data, but you have to find the trend. You have to find the direction, and this is what is Europe about. We are different, we are diverse, but they are not big and small nations, as the Cyprus showed that a small country could win the competition. But what unites us is that we want to live together and to work together for better life. So I wish you that through statistics you find many, many friends in the future. So with that, thank you to wonderful Eurostat team and to INE Spain, and all the colleagues in the National Statistical Institutes and the teachers and people in the ministries. So we are looking forward to continue this together with INE Spain. That's why I am giving the floor to Elena.
Thank you. Thank you, Mariana, and thank you, Atanas, for hosting this year's award ceremony in Sofia, in such a beautiful venue as this National Library of Bulgaria. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the teams that participate in this year's edition of the competition, especially the winners from Cyprus and from Greece. Today, we celebrate how both teams have used official statistics to portray their countries, driven by a common ambition: to look beyond the surface and gain a deeper understanding of the people and society shaping Europe. The Cypriot The Cypriot team, Startrum, has shown the courage to question idealized image for reveal that the true complexity of everyday life. Your video invites us to look beyond perfect postcards and to reflect more critically on what statistics tell us about well-being, habits, and social challenges. The Greek team meanwhile, has offered us a deeply human and statistical portrait of Greek identity. Through data, personal testimonies, and a narrative rich in sensitivity, you have shown that resilience, social connection, and cultural continuity not only endure in the face of adversity, but can grow even stronger because of it. Both teams have achieved something truly remarkable. You have transformed official data into compelling stories, stories that move us, make us reflect, and bring us closer to reality that deserve to be understood in great depth. Congratulations to both teams for your creativity, your insight, and your narrative courage. You have set a new standard for this competition and remind us of the power of statistics when used in the service of people. To conclude, let me highlight, and perhaps repeat, some key figures that, as Atanas mentioned already, summarize this 9th edition. This competition has raised almost 29,000 students organized in more than 9,000 teams across 22 countries. And that means that year after year, this competition continues to break its sound records. As the coordinator country, and on behalf of the team that I proudly represent, I can say that these numbers truly mean a great deal to us. That is why I would like to thank all the colleagues and organizations involved for making this possible. First, I would like to thank Eurostat for their collaboration in this European statistical literacy project, which enables the European statistical system to bring official statistics closer to students and to the generation that are building the future. I would also like to thank all our colleagues from National Statistical Institutes across Europe whose work, dedication, and contribution make this competition possible and improve it year by year. And especially, I would like to thank the National Statistical Institute of Bulgaria for hosting this ceremony. And last but not least, I would like to recognize the educational community, especially the teachers who have guided and motivate their students not only to take part in this European statistical competition, but also to understand statistics, use official sources, interpret them correctly, and appreciate their value. Students, this is a powerful skill that will stay with you for life. You are becoming well-informed adults capable of making decisions based on data. And do remember to thank your teachers for their support throughout this journey. With this award ceremony, we bring the successful 2026 edition to a close. We are already looking ahead with great excitement to a very special milestone for this competition, the 10th edition. I would like to invite everyone here, as well as those joins us by streaming, to take part in the next edition of the European Statistical Competition, which will kick off in many countries at the end of this summer. Stay tuned, build your team, and register for the next European Statistical Competition 2027. And thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all again next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena, and that brings our ceremony to a close. Congratulations once more to the finalists and also to the winners here in the hall. Stat Run and Stats. Thank you to our speakers and to all of being with us here in Sofia and also online. So please enjoy your day today, and we look forward, as Elena said right now, to seeing you again the next edition after the summer, in this special one, the 10th of the European Statistics Competition. Thank you.